Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Listen, if you're new to the page, like, subscribe, notification bell. Come join the family. You'll be a part of the family called Stock Up, where we simply stock up. Listen, I'm going to answer some questions about Mara. A lot of people are asking what's happening with the Bitcoin miners, right? And we're going to get into that. I'm just going to have an emphasis on it. There's other monies to be made, and I don't want you guys to have tunnel vision. If you don't know where Bitcoin is right now at this second, you should not be asking 5 times a day what's going on with Mara. Okay, if you didn't know about the earnings report, then you shouldn't be asking 5 times a day what's going on with Mara. Right? There is ways for you to find these answers, okay? And that's one of the things that I help you with, all right? Especially in the class, Stock Up You, okay? So let's keep it going. All right, so let's get to the stock portion, and then I'll answer the crypto portion. I'll show you guys some stuff, microcoins, Bonk, ETH, all of that, SHIB, all of that. Let's just dive into it. I'm just gonna touch on all of these, all right? So let's start with Weight Watchers, okay? Weight Watchers. This is, you guys know Weight Watchers. And Oprah was on the advisory board and she stepped down. But the truth be told, Weight Watchers was in trouble before that because of drugs like Ozempic. I have friends that are taking it. Ozempic, I see some people at church are going, hey, what's going on? They go like, that Ozempic. And so Weight Watchers is like flushing down the toilet, right? Now, you can't see by the day right now because it appears to have bottomed out. But as you could see this candle going down, what did I do? I did this. I did, as you can see, a put option. I did a put option and I made a quick, look at that. You see that? You could have made $600 on that put option, right? I'm out of that play because if you check the charts, it's probably hitting a bottom after this big sell-off, right? I teach you how to fish for these type of plays in the class, okay? We'll talk about the class later, right? So there's another big story going on, all right? New York Community Bank is tanking. They have issues, all of that. As you can see, it is down 23% today, 23% today alone, 18%. So you had this huge fall off. Look at that. You had a 27% fall off this week, all right? As you can see the date there, February 29th. And now you had this capitulation, the bouncing, because y'all know I can't say that word. All right. And so it just jumped up and it came back down. All right. And so what's going on with that? Right. There is money to be made there. All right. So I got into just two shares of it, which is really, really cheap. So it's not even $100, I don't think. And I'm just trying it out because I didn't want to be late to the party. And I was looking at the price of those puts. It was a lot. So I didn't get in heavy. We'll check it before I leave. But I was negative. All right. I'm going to show you win or lose. Okay. So what else? All right. We talked about that. So XEL. This is another one that I missed. All right. I missed that because I'm trying to keep you guys fed, Patreon and all of that. So I miss a lot. So I'm going to have to start taking some days off where I just trade because I am missing a ton of money, right? While I'm trying to help everybody else. My house is burning. But anyway, we could see there's reports that they may be getting sued because of the fires that are in Texas. All right. This is their energy company, right? And just like I teach you in the course how to research that, I can guarantee you a lot of people are making money on that. Now, today is late. The fires have been going on, but I teach you how to search for those. Here's another thing. Let's just go to Dell. I'm just hitting you guys. These are all gems, okay? Dell. So Dell Technology is what? Up. Look at that. Dell is spiking up, is up 26%. It was higher than that. They crushed it. And look at this. One big, if you see, you'll see a huge green candle if you bring up the charts, right? So, and if you had Dell, you wake up this morning, you look at this and you go, what the Dell? And then, little humor. Okay, I got father jokes. You get what you pay for. All right, so I got dad jokes. All right, so look, it bounced up. But what did I do this morning? I did a put on it, right? And look at that, 52% on a put. So an extra $470. So we have, look at that. Between 620 and 470, over $1,000, right? Almost $1,100. Now, why are you talking about this? Because two reasons. You need to learn another skill if you want to make money like this. I'm going to show you where you can get that. And believe it or not, it's about the price of this. Okay. And so one trade, you pay for your entire education. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys as far as the stock market is concerned. We don't know what's going to happen between right now and Monday, but because we had PCE numbers already, I'm glad that is over. It was a major concern for the stock market. And when that was over, for me, things were better, right? So let's go into crypto. I'm going to keep this one to the point. All right. So I want you guys to please listen to this entire video. It's short, but you'll have a lot of your answers as it pertains to Mara, Riot, all of those companies. But Mara is the biggest Bitcoin mining company. So please listen.
Marathon Digital. This is a stock that can maybe almost have its own segment at this point. Kev, we've been talking about it so much lately, but making an interesting, rare, divergent move from, I guess, the commodity, the currency, the thing that it seeks to partake into the upside and the downside, which is Bitcoin.
Yeah, we are seeing a dramatic move to the downside here. Over about 15% at this point in time. And this is actually after they reported earnings yesterday that, for the most part, Alex, was a little bit mixed, but I don't think it's a huge surprise for the street, to say the least. But obviously, some shareholders are selling this name into the after the earnings announcement here. They actually did report a adjusted loss of 2 cents per share. The street was actually looking for a loss or a gain of 4 cents a share here. And they actually did report revenue coming in at $156.8 million. Being the street's estimate of 148.8 million. Now, one of the cool, interesting things that we saw in this report is the fact that they sold around 56% of the total Bitcoin that they mined for the quarter here,
So they sold 50% of the Bitcoin. Remember, I did a video 2 days ago, 2 days ago, and people were asking them, were you playing the earnings? And I says, no, because they mined significantly less Bitcoin than they did the month before, right? And then they sold, right? Now, they sold to pay off debt, which is, long-term okay, right? And so, I burped. I'm sorry, good people, I burped. And it's cool, right? So there is a slight pullback. I did a little buying yesterday, and to answer everyone's questions, I'm not DCAing right now. I just have what I have. And my stop loss is triggered on all but 4 Bitcoin miners. I'm going to show you in a minute. And MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is not a Bitcoin miner, but a Bitcoin holder, but it has proven to outperform the rest. Okay, so let's listen a little further.
Utilizing that cash in order to pay down a lot of the debt that they have, which has been something that they've been focusing on over the last couple of quarters here. And we do know that they had some technology disruptions or issues within January when it came to mining, which might have caused a little bit of uneasiness after this particular call here. But overall, I think it was a decent report, to say the least. I think this is just a sell the news type of an event. And from a technical standpoint, it's still above its 20-day moving average, just showing you that we could see a 15% move to the downside, and still on a relative basis over the last 20 days, it's still actually higher than the average price, which is a good thing to see. And if it does hit that level, you could see a rebound back to the upside.
Okay, that's what he thinks, right? So Larry, what is it going to do exactly? If I knew that, I wouldn't be here. I would just be with the hedge funds charging them $1 billion a second. You? Oh, BlackRock, you want to know what the stock market's do tomorrow? $1 billion, right? Fidelity, you want to know what the stock market's going to do tomorrow? $1 billion. And that's what I would be doing right now. All right. So no one knows. I'm just joking, good people. No one really knows. I want you to watch that. Look, go here, watch the whole thing. Bitcoin climbs while Marathon Digital Mara is left behind. You can see that. That's on Schwab's network. Okay. Listen, I want you guys to continue to fish and not just eat fish. Now, here's what I'm going to ask you. Do you know what Bitcoin is doing? All right. Bitcoin is at 61. Now, over the last day, it's flat, right? Here's what I think is going on. And without going into a deep chart, look at the hour. It's down. So it's kind of like it's just hit this wall, right? But we know that this was the flash jump instead of the flash crash. It jumped up to 64. Look at that. 64.1. Look at that. $64,000 it jumped up to, right? And then the bandwidth issues, and then the pullback, okay? And so now we're back down to what, 61. But as you could see, the Bitcoin minings, especially Marathon being the biggest one, it has issues. Half of their Bitcoin sold off to pay debt, right? Spooked the market. And let's just go right to it. Let's go right to where they are. This is today, at the time of filming this. As we can see, Marathon today is up 2%. So my decision to buy a little more was on point yesterday. All right. CleanSpark is up about 2%. Riot is 1%. MicroStrategy is 1%. But let's just look at the 5-day. As we could see, look at MicroStrategy over the last 5 days. MicroStrategy is up 50%. CleanSpark is down and Marathon is still up. So this is why we never have tunnel vision. And this is why we never FOMO into one play, CleanSpark. Someone says, I'm just going to buy CleanSpark. Okay, well, you missed 50% on MicroStrategy and Marathon, right? And I'm just at the point now where we got to keep the whole family moving. The whole class has got to make money. If you got a few stragglers that just want to continue to gamble, you're missing out. Okay. So let me show you guys something else. So this is my portfolio in real time. I have to keep an eye on it just in case something. Oh, whoa. So look at the bottom there. That New York stock, look at that. Look at that. That NYC, the bank I said I was late to, well, it's only up 12%. It just jumped. Look at that. It was negative, but it just jumped. So I could have went in heavy. As you can see, I'm up a whopping $2. But let's get to the main stuff. Look to the right there. We could see MicroStrategy is up 132. CleanSpark is up 3%. Mara now is up 2.7%. And you see there Riot is up. You could see my positions, right? I'm just going to, this is the portfolio I made to share partially with you guys, all right? So all of my other ones got stopped out and lost, okay? If you got stopped out of some of these, in profit. If you got stopped out in profit, congratulations. That means that things are working. A lot of people got stopped out of the Bitcoin miners in profit, and that's the way it's supposed to work if you have these sudden drops. All right, so let's look. MicroStrategy. As you can see, like I told you guys, I was DCAing in it more than anything because it tracks Bitcoin, right? But it's going to perform better than Bitcoin, like I've been stressing. All right, CleanSpark, I'm up 41%, right? Mara, I'm up 12, but I was down yesterday. Let's skip Tesla. Bitfarms, 13%, and Riot only 5%. Now, I will tell you that yesterday I took my stop loss off of Riot, and because remember, you have to do what's best for you. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I didn't take my stop loss off of Riot. I lowered it. All right. I lowered it, giving it a little more room because if Bitcoin, I believe, jumps above that 64, right? If Bitcoin jumps back above that 64, all of the bad news about Riot is already priced in. I believe things could turn around if it jumps above 64. Now, if it doesn't, then I don't control the market, right? Anything could happen. But that's what I'm hoping that will happen. I want you to gauge your trading accurately, accordingly, okay? So remember, we went over all of these stocks that you could have made great money on. New York, all right? The bank, Weight Watchers, okay? And the energy company, XEL. So we don't want to just have tunnel vision, right? Look at this, 82%. Now I could have went in heavier, of course, but, and then Dell, look at that, another 52%, almost $1,100. You want to learn how to do options. And then if you want to learn how I momentum trade, and if you want to know how I even search for stock, then I need you to go ahead and download Stock Up You. Come and join the family. And if you want to really understand and make money with cryptocurrency, I need you guys to go ahead and do that. Learn how to momentum trade. Just take your time and go back. And for those of you that just bought it and you're making a killing with crypto, go back and take the stock course. You paid for it. It's lifetime. You got lifetime access. This is not a one-time learn it all in a day. No, you keep going back. And the more you study, the more you learn. All right. I'm making money in crypto and with stocks. Let's go back to crypto for a minute. Guys, the other morning, a couple of days ago, I was live, and you guys remember this. It's went up. Let's see. I'm trying to find this one. All right, let me. You guys see that? That's when Coinbase froze. And let me tell you something. Your boy was trying to be cool for the camera, right? I was like, you see that? I'm just, But in my mind, I was like, you know, because it showed my number and then it went to zero. And I know I wasn't the only one, y'all. Quit playing. I wasn't the only one. But it was a bandwidth problem. Okay, I'm always going to do this when I say it was a bandwidth problem. There were more people wanting Bitcoin than Bitcoin that was being sold. I told people that I sold some XRP and I rolled it over in the Bonk because of my study. And they were like, "Oh, you're stupid. It's going to take off." Well, XRP has been XRP for years now. Yeah, 4 years now. XRP over 4 years. My XRP is like this. You guys know that I'm all about being in the fastest moving car, right? And I'm gonna just show you guys my entire deal with what I'm doing with these altcoins. Look at this. This was the other day now. All right. XRP was up 2%, and then it wound up being negative 1%, while Bonk was up 48%, right? And then I have some Doge that was up almost 30%, and I have some Shiba Inu that was up almost 27%. So never let anybody listen. No, we're not doing this craziness with the SHIB army and this army. We're not doing no armies. Remember, I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna scissor kick you in the back. I'm gonna punch you in the throat if I hear this huddling stuff. We're not doing that, right? I want you to make money. I'm going to make sure that you make money. I'm going to be in your face and I'm going to go, no, no, no. All right. And so that's what I wanted to show you guys. And look at this. Look at this, good people. I want to show you guys this. Okay. So we had those bumps. Of course, this was a few days ago. That was boring. Look, bad news again. That was another 24%. Yeah, I only got one contract, but it was expensive. Let's look at that. Bonk. Look at that. Look at that. 1 day. 57%. Now look at this. Now I just want you to go down to the bottom, right? I want you to go down to the bottom. You see that? 7,000 for a day. Look at that. Total returns at the bottom. Look at that. 113%. No, this is not, I don't ever want you guys to think this is braggadocious. I want you guys to know that there's a lesson in all. Listen, I keep telling you guys, I was driving Uber, right, to have extra money. And I started with $100. And then when you learn your disciplines, 100 turns into 500 and then 1,000. and then 5,000, and then 10,000. You just keep feeding, but keep your disciplines, good people. I want you guys not to just come to the table and eat, but I want you to learn how to fish. And if you've taken a class, you're killing it. All right. And so that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to download the class that don't have it. And I want you guys to, I want you guys to win. I simply want you guys to win. I know this one is long, but I got a lot to talk about. Okay. So, and I just can't tell you everything in a minute. Okay. It's just a lot because I want you guys to be and stay fed. Now, I also want you to download Moo and get your up to 8%, 5.1% plus 3%. That's 8.1%. All right. Download that and fund it today, $100. So first, download the class. Okay. Study the class. Study the entire class. I want you guys to kill it in stocks and crypto, not just one or the other. Okay. And then download Moo and get 8.1%. And later on, I'm going to tell you why it's so important to have multiple brokers. But I want to cut it off right here. I want you guys to know that I love you guys. I want you to have a blessed and safe weekend. Peace. We'll see you later.